What is up YouTube, Backstage Moto here today, and in this video I wanted to show you guys how to do a leak down test on your valves. So I've got my XT225 valve head off here. Just a wee project I'm doing over here on XT225. We've got it removed as there was a tapping noise. I removed the tappet cover in the hopes we could just get away with adjusting the valves, and it turned out the intake valve was mushroomed and was about to push through, so hence we've removed the head, we've pulled the motor apart, we've checked everything, the crank and etc is all good, the piston's still sweet. We've just got valves that need replacing. So I wanted to show you guys how to actually test the valves in case the tappet heads and the valve heads and whatnot are sweet. You're pulling the motor apart for a rebuild and you want to check the valves to see if they're still sweet. So I've already checked this one. I'm just going to wipe around here. So we're going to first get some fuel, and we're going to put the head on your table or desk up this way. So we need some fuel, don't use water, and we're going to pour it into the intake. We're going to fill it right up so it's over both valves, so up near the intake seal. So right there, that's quite high up as you'll see. And we're looking for leakage around the valves. As you can see, the intake valve is leaking quite bad. So that's ultimately leaking. It's just you're losing compression from the intake valve, which is making the bike have less compression. It's not going to run as well. You might be hearing it running rough. And in this case, there was a lot of tapping going on, which was caused from the same valve, the intake valve. Since it's leaking quite bad, it's quite hard to see if the exhaust valve is leaking, but in most cases you'll be replacing both of them anyway. I wouldn't recommend just replacing the one that's leaking. You want to do both. So we'll remove these, we'll reseat them, we'll put it all back together, and we'll redo the test on the new valves just to double check that there's no grit or anything in between the seat and whatnot. It's very important to do that. If you end up with putting it back together, there's grit in between the seat and the valve, you're going to end up with the same scenario and with a damaged seat, and it's just going to be a complete redo. So I wouldn't recommend that. So cheers for watching. I hope this helps. Any questions that you guys have, just leave them in the comments and I'll get straight back to them. Thanks for watching. See you in the next vid.